Hey babies, I'm preparing some cabbage and greens today, mixed together. A friend of mine that's now deceased, she used to cook this, and I used to think that's crazy. But when I tasted it, it was really, really good. So another friend of mine, she cooks it. So I said, you know what? It's time for me to learn how to cook it myself. And every time I tried, it just didn't come out the way I wanted. But a friend of mine told me her secret, and it works. So first of all, I have my pot with my water, and I don't know if you can see the water, but there's water in there. I don't know if you can see the water, but the water is in there. So my friend's trick is using seasoned meat tenderizer. It really doesn't matter what kind it is. I got this from a dollar store in the mall in Buffalo, New York, the $8 store. But anywhere that sells any type of seasoned meat tenderizer will work. Now, seasoned meat tenderizer to me is really, really salty, and I have high blood pressure. Don't get me wrong, I eat my chips and stuff, but I don't like all that salty in my food, probably because I've cut it out of my food so much. So to put this directly on my greens and cabbage in the water, it don't work for me. So what I do is I take me some and I put it in my water first. And then that's that. I don't keep going hard with the seasoned meat tenderizer because it is truly too salty for me. Then I have my mixtures of seasoning that you always see me with. It's turmeric, it's garlic powder, it's onion powder, it's black pepper, it's cayenne pepper, sazon, adobo, multi-purpose seasonings, just all kinds of different seasonings that I like to use together. But the main seasoning in here is turmeric. That's why it's orange. I'm just learning today that turmeric is an anti-cancer property. So if you put a lot of turmeric in your food, hopefully you won't have cancer. I do know that turmeric comes from the Middle East, you know, different nationalities use it on the regular. And it's usually a country that comes from a lot of heat. Middle East, Africa, China, you know, somewhere where it's hot. But I've started to use this a couple years ago because of an acquaintance of mine. He told me he got it for his mother because she had a lot of arthritis. And at the time, because I'm low income, I just didn't see affording it in my budget, you know, as far as coming out my pocket. So I had to come up with some kind of plan to get this turmeric so I could use it. So I've been using it, the ground turmeric, in my food, and it's helping. Does it take the pain away? No. The work towards the inflammation, yes. I still have inflammation, but it's clearly not as bad as what it used to be, and I'm glad of it. And I believe that this turmeric powder has played a part because now I use turmeric on everything. If I'm eating, I'm using turmeric, unless it's, you know, like some cookies or some chips or something. Anything else, I'm using turmeric. So I've been using it for a while, and I can say that I can feel the difference, although I use some other stuff too. So in the summertime, I told you from July 1st to about October 31st, there's always a farmer's market that's doing double ups for people who receive food stamps. You take your food stamps to the farmer's market, and I buy it all. I'm sorry, I'm greedy like that. I'm not going to say I'm greedy like that because it's just me, But I like certain things, and I like to be stocked with certain things. In the summertime, I want all my fruits. I want them all year round, but it's only certain fruits you can freeze. But in the wintertime, you know, like blueberries and strawberries and cantaloupe and honeydew, I can freeze. So I can eat that all year round. And I'd be happy with eating it all year round. Watermelon and pineapple, that don't freeze too good. So you got to figure out which do and which don't. And then with the vegetables, most of the vegetables freeze. I don't know about some of the vegetables like eggplant and stuff, because I just recently started eating that type of stuff. But I've never tried to freeze it, but it's good. And zucchini and stuff. A lot of stuff I just never had before. Just never tried before. Never even tried to see what it was like. And then because I'm going to the farmer's market and I'm getting 40 for 20, hey, I can try it. If I don't like it, just don't buy it no more. So I cut my cabbage up and my greens. Picked my greens and cleaned them. I took my cabbage and cut it down. And I freeze it together. And then when I want this cabbage and green, I just take some out. And what I find works best for me, I can't say if it'll work best for you, but works best for me is I like to take my cabbage and my greens and put it in my water that I seasoned before I even cook. You know, like, I need to step out for a minute in a little while. So I'm gonna do just what I'm doing. Put my greens and my cabbage in the pot so it can soak up this water with the seasonings in it. And then I'm good to go. I'm just showing you how I started. I'm not going to sit up here and do the whole thing, and you can't even see it, but you'll see it when I'm done with it. But I'm going to put some more cabbage and greens in it, and then I'm going to come back when I cook it. I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm finished. So be patient with me. I'll be with you soon. Bye-bye.